you ready to, since you got this amazing start?
Well, I just know how to start.
You just know how to start, but you don't have to.
Because based on watching the other one, we never really had an ending in the other one either. The ending was worse than our start.
Wait, no, we
What?
I just had it.
we did some.
Why you sound like somebody?
Was that in the fucking?
They're like harmonizing.
Boy,
You just need to hit record during that. That's how it'll start. Oh my god. You have to do the fake sponsor thing. I'm literally.
Okay.
These nuts, nigga.
I got it. I know how to start.
Extra salty.
I know how to we gotta get quiet.
No. I'm scared.
No, you're not. No, don't worry. You ready? You ready?
I have no affiliation with the sponsor.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Today on the podcast.
She adds her own echo.
First of all, that shit is copyright.
Dun, 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 dun. Not if you add a beat.
Claudia.
Not if you had a beat. Just because you had a beat.
Oh, okay. No, you gotta add extra beats like Vanilla Ice. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Podcast.
It's a Shenanigans podcast.
All right.
No, that's what I was gonna say. Because the first podcast we did, we never once ever introduced ourselves.
How the fuck
that.
did you? You're trash.
I'm a person.
But they probably won't.
Okay, no.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Okay,
There's gonna be people that find the podcast first.
I got an idea for the intros.
No.
Listen. You guys, it's a totally different thing. Listen. I'm a dude. He's a dude. She's a dude. And we're all dudes.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm a dude. She's a dude. He's a dude. And we're all dudes. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they copyrighted that shit.
They probably did. They copyrighted the fuck out of that shit.
But again, like I said before,
we're 10 seconds into the podcast. We've already been copywritten twice.
Extra beats. I'm a dude. He's a dude.
Adding beats.
We're all dudes. Hey.
I like how she's like, no, it won't get copywritten because we add beats, and then she adds the
fucking remixed it. That's why. I'm just saying.
Do you know
how remix?
That's not how
Remix.
That's not how that works.
Remix.
Real intro. This is a Shenanigans podcast. I'm Michelle.
Remix.
That's Claudia.
I really do.
This is Latin like the language.
I knew you were gonna say it like that.
What not saying it like that?
Because you're
You've been talking through everybody's fucking intro, nigga. What the fuck is your name?
It's Monzy. You boy. Oh, shit. What up?
This podcast is sponsored by
The retarded niggas at the cage.
Oh my god. Why you gotta do that? They did nothing to
Because
you.
they're in. Oh, they did a laptop. The fuck?
What did they
There's
do?
that one bitch.
Hey,
I haven't seen her in there, so she probably.
I got a lot of friends
hope
in
she
there,
got
so
fired.
let's change the
Wait.
subject.
One specifically. The rest are pretty fine.
Yeah,
The rest are pretty
I have a
chill.
lot of
One
friends in there.
specifically.
I don't know.
The reason why that came up is because I was going through the fucking 722 shit, which is the fucking recorder, and they didn't have the cord for us to transfer the files. I was like, I asked the dude at the cage, I was like, they don't put the firewire cables in there no more? And he's like, I don't think so. And I'm
You
like,
don't
what?
think so,
the
nigga?
fuck?
Yeah, you don't think so. Meaning when someone else is working here when we return it and it's not there, we're fucked.
Nah, I made him give me one because last time I had to go get it and I was like, I was just like, there's no firewire in there. You got one and you just gave it to me. So I'm like, I guess they don't put them in there, which is retarded because we got to fucking record. How the fuck we gonna pull the files off? Don't make no sense.
It really doesn't actually.
I was about to say, I've never seen Claudia so quiet and so into whatever you were saying.
No, it's not.
You can tell she doesn't
it's
have
just-
to deal with this because she doesn't know it. So
All we
she's
gotta
not
do-
contributing.
Can we get us some teeth in and okay, thanks.
That's it.
That's literally it. I don't need that extra.
I mean, I don't even have to deal with it. I got my pen in my pocket. It's my pen.
Right.
Brag about it.
I sure the fuck will. Sure the fuck. I have my own tablet.
Damn. She's stunting.
Swollen on
broke ass niggas with no
What the fuck you make it sound like I'm gonna fucking sit there and do some fucking somersaults by in a cage? Someone's gonna go in there, can I get a tablet? I'm like, too bad for you! As I'm flipping by.
I hope
fucking cart. And as I cartwheel, they look at me and they get like a slow motion shot and the fucking pins in my ear and I'm like, bitch! And I somersault around the cover back to the fucking third floor.
It's just a close-up of them crying, this one tear.
one single tear each of them. I hope anyone listening to this is like, anyone who doesn't know what a Cintiq pen is going to be like, why the fuck are they arguing about a pen?
It's a real struggle. That's what that is.
So like you can get 10 of them for $1.
No, that shit's $80. It's like $80, I think, on Amazon.
What was he about to say? 80
Any
balls?
It's 80 bombs.
He said ballers.
80 bombs.
Where did that come from?
What was the other word?
Or I say B.
What was the other word you were gonna say when you decided to switch it to dollars? Because it started with a B.
He's gonna say 80 bongs.
I think I just went through like
3 different words before you said it.
There's
It's
a lot.
That
If
shit
you
was
think
funny.
about it, there's a lot of words for money.
Of course.
Yeah.
Name some words for money.
Bread, Gouda, cheese.
That's
paper.
exactly what I was waiting for.
I wanted Monty to do it. Here you come. Bread, Gouda, cheese, waffles, whatever you else you want to fucking eat.
He just listed like
didn't make me laugh.
the cheese
this is
section
fine.
of
I know,
any store.
It was bread and cheese.
Cream cheese,
Get the money.
Oh my
$1
God.
salami,
Yeah.
sausage.
You just made a reference and you ain't even know it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, just.
That was another reference.
Just go to fucking Star. Just go to
You
fucking
put a
Subway
reference
and get a
in
fucking
your
sub
reference.
and be like, it's money.
It's ref
Yeah, it costs
ref
money.
section.
Everything in here
Oh
is money.
All right, so how are you gonna start this though?
That started. We've been recording.
I know, but I'm saying,
I'm like, what are you talking about?
The subject you wanted to talk about.
There's
at
a
the
subject
beginning.
you need to talk about.
Oh,
and
your roommates.
I wanted to talk about my insane roommates
Yeah, go
because
ahead.
they're fucking insane.
Before you get into it, can I guess, was there an orgy that you weren't invited to?
No.
And then you had to
What?
clean up.
It's like the automatic.
You want to tell me all the
thing.
story you told those stories?
Oh my
Because if it ended like that, then that's I want to know about that
Oh my
story.
They had an orgy and they made you clean up. That's like,
Oh my
that's
God.
The next level of
And then they
Cinderella
took a shit in the sink.
Would've
But no, like,
left.
Next level Cinderella.
Next. That'll be the name of this podcast. Next level.
you know what? It's probably a porno out there somewhere. But really,
Oh
no, I
my
want to know
God.
the name of
Oh,
the
God.
story. I know what happened. What happened with the
Okay,
story.
so there's a lot that's happened,
Let's go.
but I don't know when the fuck this podcast is going up. But yesterday was the solar eclipse.
Mhm.
Did any of you guys actually watch it?
I did. I did. Okay.
What
No,
the actual day was?
It was yesterday.
It was
What are
yesterday.
the day so they know?
The 21st.
There we go.
Everyone knows what eclipse we're talking about.
got
There
it.
hasn't
No,
been.
my God.
There hasn't been one
Monty.
in 99 years.
Monty.
No.
Monty.
In America, there hasn't been one in 99 years.
Monty.
Either way.
Monty, we only have one sun. There can only be one.
In America.
But it shines over the whole
You fucking
globe.
Americans.
Just stop.
Whatever.
You
Date the
saying
podcast.
it was in America tells them which solar eclipse we're talking about.
No, that was after you said the date.
They're still
All right,
listening.
fuck it.
Okay, we'll edit that out.
Whatever.
We'll edit that out.
No.
We're doing it live.
We're doing live. We're doing it
That
live.
happened last time.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Oh my god. Okay, so did you watch it? Did
Oh,
you
that was
actually
a real
look at it?
video.
Did you have the
Yeah.
right glasses?
Yeah, okay, so we went down there and we thought that she was going to have like individual glasses for us and we were going to sit for a minute. Because
Who
I was
was
at
she?
work.
Where did you
I
go?
was at well, my bad. I thought I
got
said that
into
shit.
it.
I thought I said that shit. You guys were like, who's this mysterious person that's giving you glasses? And to be probably picturing like Jabba the Hutt from fucking Star Wars. And I can only see it if I get tied to the chain like Princess Leia and he's like, put these
You
glasses on.
started
No,
the
I've been-
story with, I got there and she gave me glasses.
And she ended it with a galaxy far, far away.
Because it's the
So
you know,
you watched the eclipse.
No, okay, no.
Yeah, what
Space.
happened?
No, friggin' I was at work and so I first got to my shift and I was doing work and my boss, one of my bosses was like, hey, you wanna go watch the eclipse? And I was like, oh, I can go watch it? And you're like, yeah, they got glasses down there. And I was like, oh, okay, because I was trying to watch the live thing but it was going so slow.
I had to watch it live.
I was watching it for 30 minutes, and I was like, I gotta work. This shit's still over here, and it was barely because I was trying to see it, you know. And then I'm gonna worry about being blind. You can't
because you didn't have the glasses.
You can't look at that shit.
You can't.
Let me tell you. Let me look. Let me tell you why. Okay, look. I fucking went downstairs, and she only had one pair, and I was like,
of course. So everyone's just taking.
So there was only 4 of us. It's fine, you know. So she was like, you want to try? And I was like, yeah. So I put on the glasses in the shade, and it was like I put on just a blindfold.
Yeah, that's exactly
but
what
they
it
look
does.
like 3D glasses, and I was like,
nah.
I can't see anything. And she was like, you have to look at the sun. And I was like, I'm probably an idiot. I was like, oh.
She put them on. She's like, I went blind.
I was like,
Oh my God.
I can't see anything. And then I was like, oh yeah, duh. So fucking
these don't work. I can't see.
Then I took them off, and then I went and faced the sun. I didn't look at the sun. I looked down, and then I put them on, and then I looked up, and I was like, oh shit, I could see it. And it was just like this yellow circle, and then you see like the eclipse part in front of it, because we saw it when it was almost over. You know, I didn't see it when it was in center.
I saw it.
So it was
a little bit before.
Yeah, you know,
it was super.
So
I thought it was just starting, and she was like, no,
right?
But here's what happened, because I tested that shit. I was like, here's the glasses.
Why would you
No, because when I went outside, when I went outside, the sun was out. It was bright and shit. You couldn't tell anything was happening, and I was like, she was like, you want to look at the eclipse? I was like, what the fuck? There's nothing. I didn't say that, but in my head, I didn't say that in my head. I was like, but it's bright outside, and I was like, okay. But the glasses, I looked at it, and then I took glasses off, and I was like, nothing. It was like looking at the sun. I looked at it and was like,
from the last one.
Yeah.
There's literally stories of people still being blind from the last eclipse.
Yeah, because you're not supposed to look at an eclipse with your eye. It'll damage your eye.
I mean, you look at the sun in the first
sun in
place,
general.
I think it damages your eye.
But like
something
during the eclipse specifically,
it makes it brighter, right?
Yeah, it magnifies the sun's rays.
It's like I feel
which will fuck up your eyes immediately.
I feel like what it does
Today
is
on science now.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm not saying I don't know anything about science. I'm just saying it's what I think it does. I think what happens is like, say there's you have a light, like a flashlight or a car or something. You know how a car in nighttime, you see the car and you see the headlights, but it's not looking directly at you. And then when it turns, like if a car is turning, when it faces you, it's real bright. And then it turns away, and you're like, the fuck? Why was it so fucking bright right then and there? And like same thing if you get like a flashlight.
It's facing you now.
Yeah, but if you get like a fucking flashlight or something like that, and it's bright, but then you put something in front of it. It's like right before it goes out, it seems like it's really, I don't know how to describe it. It seems like it's even brighter. You know, like I feel like that's what was happening with the sun. Sun's already fucking bright.
She's describing this like a hose when you put your
finger
over it and it's like
It just makes it brighter, okay? I know scientifically they've said this and so many other fucking...
Did we just explain why?
No, we didn't. I just felt like...
Okay,
yeah,
so
that's how I felt.
You guys.
You people.
I was like...
I looked at it and I was just lucky I have my eyes.
I never once said people first. I was like, so you guys are smart enough to know to not look at it directly with your eyes. Yes, I told this to my roommates. My roommate and her boyfriend were there.
Oh, yeah,
and I was
story.
like... oh, yeah, your story. I was like, you guys can't look at it directly unless you have those glasses or unless you're in one of those states when it's completely covered. Stop. Claudia, you're such a child. Go get something to drink.
Trying to drink your Powerade.
Can you pause it if I go?
No.
It's a podcast. Just go get some drink.
Okay. All right, never mind. I'll live. But yeah,
you have to go
story.
an hour.
Are you thirsty, ho?
If you want to get something to drink, you should go now before the story gets really insane.
No, I know. I want to listen. Just please, just do the story. I'm ready.
This is only like part one of the story.
No, I want to know. Tell me what happened.
So I was telling my roommates that you can't look at it. I was explaining what it does if you look at the sun during the eclipse.
Okay, first
my
of all,
roommate's boyfriend.
Why do you have to explain what happens if you look at the sun at all? Like.
Because they're like, what's going to happen? Will we go blind?
And then I was like, that's not a fucking drink. And I was like, what is it going to be? Some round shit? Like, what is this? It was really shiny.
Explain what's in your hand currently.
Chocolate.
If you had to explain this to a caveman, what would you tell them?
It's got a little mouth.
Oh my god.
I'm a chocolate bar.
That's real specific.
Yeah, I'm a chocolate bar.
Yeah, they go
Okay.
the other way.
He handed me.
So it lasts.
He handed me a brown ball that looks like if it were in my blend. They don't know what I'm talking about. If it looks like it has a really shiny surface, okay, and
what are they called?
It's slightly lighter than my skin complexion, and so
no one can see you.
I'm black, and so like fucking
black's not a color.
I'm literally 2 shades. I'm literally 2 shades darker than milk chocolate. Okay,
so I think like, that is milk chocolate. All you had to do was say milk chocolate.
I'm 2 shades darker than milk chocolate. This looks like it's about chocolate. 1 shade darker than milk chocolate.
But you were like, this is 2 shades brighter than
because you asked me to describe myself. What do you look like?
We did it.
What I do. So I'm black. I'm like, well, they need more specification about how black I am. Like,
okay, can we get back to the story?
What is that?
It's a chocolate ball with a mouth, man.
It's a chocolate almond. Eat it. Fuck.
It's fucking chocolate.
Let's go.
There, that was
I'm
it.
a chocolate almond.
No, I'm good.
Why?
I'm a chocolate almond.
Okay.
It's got a mouth.
My roommate's boyfriend.
Nigga, don't be taking too motherfucking shit.
His exact words.
Way more in the bag.
My roommate's boyfriend, exact words to me, constantly telling him, you can't look at the sun during the eclipse. It'll damage your eyes. Is you need to describe what just happened to you.
What happened?
That was fucking amazing.
This nigga cannot eat
like he has one of the chocolate almonds. He tried to like gently toss it into his mouth. He's an inch from his mouth, and it
missed. Have you guys seen?
Almost didn't catch it.
Clumsy dogs. That uncoordinated dogs. There's a video where like he tries to toss.
Yeah,
it to a dog
I've seen
and
that.
He just fucking misses.
Oh,
everything.
I've seen dogs do that shit. Yeah,
they like leap up, bite, and then it hits them.
Oh my god, the greatest.
That was pretty much
I didn't think that dogs like that existed, and I saw the video, and I was like, they're out there.
Dogs, if you're at home.
And that'll be exactly what Latin just did.
But like right
Except
by his
with
face.
sound.
Right by his face. And then his immediate reaction, oh! Alright, so what happened?
But anyway, I was telling them this. My roommate's boyfriend, my insane roommate's boyfriend, exact words were, they're my eyes. I can do whatever I want with them.
Oh my god.
You can't tell me what not to look at.
So he took it as a point of control, you telling him for safety reasons why he should not look at the sun during an eclipse.
And then they somehow convinced my other roommate that she wanted to look at it. Luckily, when I woke up that morning, I was like, you know that the sun's on the other side of the building, and she's too lazy to get up to go see it, so she's good.
Her laziness saved her fucking life.
Her laziness saved her.
So what happened?
But before this, like a few days ago, I came home and my sane roommate, I'm literally going to call them my sane roommate, insane roommate, and my insane roommate's boyfriend. My sane roommate was sitting there bored out of her mind, and I'm like, where's so-and-so and her boyfriend? And they're like, she's like, they went camping. I'm like, why? Because that's not them. They were, and still are somehow, even though this happened already, convinced that there was going to be a series of massive earthquakes that happened during the eclipse that split the U.S. in half.
Oh my god. Fucking conspiracy.
So much so.
There's more to that?
So much so that they decided to go camping to test to see if they could survive in the wilderness.
Oh my god.
They spent hundreds of dollars on Amazon buying gear to survive out in the wilderness. They also didn't really go to the wilderness. They went somewhere that's 15 minutes from here, which in every direction from us is still city.
Wait. So you know what I picture in my mind? They either went to one or two places.
They went to a hiking trail.
They went to under a bridge near a freeway. Or they went to a really big main street and camped in the median. I'm just saying.
They said
they were camp in the median.
They said they were in woods, but I think they went to a hiking trail and just went a few feet off the trail. Like,
the median had a couple trees and a bush.
And they were supposed to stay there for one night. Spoiler alert, they didn't make it. They didn't survive a night.
Because they didn't watch the Blair Witch Project and they were like, oh shit, it's coming after us.
One night. They had to go one night. They couldn't figure out how to make a fire. They couldn't figure out how to put up the tent. And then they heard a sound and freaked out and left.
Did they leave all their stuff there? That would be freaking hilarious.
No, they brought everything back. They came back and said that Mother Nature kicked their ass.
Oh my god.
And then they continued, and I guess this has been happening, but whenever I'm home, I sit in our dining room with my headphones on, so I don't listen to them unless they like call me directly and say something. But apparently over the course of the last few weeks, they've been just watching videos that have convinced them that an apocalypse is happening. Which apparently yesterday the earthquake thing was supposed to be like the prequel to the apocalypse that's supposed to happen on September 23rd.
You mean the earthquakes that didn't?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, they're still convinced of it somehow.
What?
And they
Is
bought
Everybody wanted the world to end.
so much stuff.
Is it Y2K all over again?
I have no idea.
Because I was so...
Y2K was like a technology thing.
I mean,
Yeah,
but it was like hyped up to the point where it was on the news, and they were on the news like people seem to think that there is a conspiracy that's going to take place. That the earthquakes are going to happen as soon as it turns midnight tonight, guys. So we'll see. Yeah, we will see, Jane. It's like
They said that during the apocalypse, they're gonna live out in the woods for 3 months, but are somehow gonna come back after those 3 months and buy a house.
What?
there is no buying a house.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was
Okay,
like,
first of all, who is going to sell you the house in an apocalypse? Second of all, with
I'm
what
little
money?
speechless.
What are you going
I
to do
was
with
like-
money? Where's the money going to come from? Where are you going to give them money? What are they going to buy with the money in an
What is
apocalypse?
the currency?
Where are they going to
after the
go?
apocalypse?
I told my
Yeah,
sane
right.
roommate,
What
I
is
was
the
like,
inflation of that currency after the Bitcoin.
Bitcoin. I told my
Bitcoin.
sane roommate, I was like, imagine they left and everything just stayed the same, but they thought an apocalypse was happening as they're out in the woods thinking like, look how safe we are and everyone else is dying.
No.
And they're gonna come back and see that nothing's changed. And she
It's
was
going to be a more retarded version of Blast from the Past.
Dirtiest
It's-
fuck.
They belong together.
They stink.
they're fucking out of their minds.
Who are these?
They literally
They're
came
a
home
danger
and
to
started
everybody.
watching more
Yeah.
survival
They're
videos.
about to reproduce.
Were they watching?
They are.
Were they
That's
watching
terrifying.
Fucking, were they watching Bear Grylls and shit?
Honestly's dying. He's dying.
Oh my god! Oh my god! This nigga. Oh my.
No, my insane roommate told her boyfriend, she's like, look up a video of how to set up a shelter with a tent. Like, look that up. And I was like, you set up the tent. Like, there's your shelter. Like, that's it.
I can't. Like,
And
seriously.
they still are like watching videos and shit.
You go home and they're watching videos right now?
That's all they do.
How old are they?
They're older than I am. I'm 23.
Oh, shit.
She's like
Yeah.
25. I don't know how old he is.
If he's 25, he should be acting like that.
But
That's
he's-
when, that's
he's
when the
older,
male
I
bursts
think so.
out.
Is the boyfriend the
But he's
black guy?
older.
Or
Don't do drugs, kids. Stay
They're all
in
black.
school.
No, but
Be
is it the
great.
guy from before that was
Yeah.
coming up with the police?
Huh?
No.
Oh, I was about to say.
So you brought in a completely different
Yeah.
story.
Oh, it's not. I just.
It's
It's
not
not
that
the
one.
same guy.
No,
right?
Continue the
Okay.
story,
You can't be
'cause
whispering
you
and
don't-
shit on the phone.
Yeah.
I didn't know what I was saying. It was weird. Hey, was it the guy?
She's like, I don't know what I was saying, but
That-
seriously. Claudia.
We can't do
Can I have
that.
can I just waterfall?
No.
What if I just?
No.
Claudia, get your
I
baby
have
eyes.
no money to buy more of these.
Man, hold on. She tripping. Okay.
Go get a drink.
But I don't want you to talk
It's
without
$1,
me.
you fucking homie.
There's one on the 4th floor. It's not far.
She looked like she wanna talk shit, but she.
Motherfucker, yeah. Yeah, talk some shit. I just gave you fucking
Yeah.
$1. That's a tax write-off.
Last bottle.
You bum. You fucking bum.
Oh my god.
Damn, you look so fucking sad. That's hilarious. Oh man, I wish we had a picture of your face on
Oh
Snapchat.
my god.
That was kind of the highlight of the story. There's a bunch of smaller things, but not as big.
Yeah, go ahead.
She's
I
just
was
gonna
about to say
keep your
something
dollar.
else.
No, I'm gonna go get a drink. I don't
Go
want
to
to miss
drink. There's small
anything.
stories now. They
Like,
redid
they're-
the story.
They just still think that it's happening, even
They-
though the earthquake didn't happen.
Oh my god.
And then, immediately after the eclipse, they read somewhere that in 2024 another eclipse is going to happen that
Yeah.
we're able to see.
It's the.
And so my roommate's
Wait,
boyfriend-
wait, wait.
Because
When they
there's two
say
artists.
we're able to see it, we were able to see this more than we
No,
were able to look at it with our naked eye.
No, this is another one that's gonna be.
No. See, all right. So
he's probably blind now because I'm pretty sure he went and actually.
He was
looked
like,
at
nobody tells me.
Oh, that was another thing. She had class Monday morning during the eclipse. He came with his survival backpack ready if shit went down, like, and just hung out at the school during the eclipse.
Did he go into her class?
I don't know.
Because that would be awesome.
That's goals right there. I need
That's
to ride or die
nuts.
like that. I need to ride or die like that. All right.
I mean, if he had
That's
walked
fucking
into the classroom and said, hey, are you ready to go? It would have been awkward, but people might assume, hey, he's probably going to go hiking. If he'd have walked in and said, hey, the end is coming, let's go, then I would have been fucking dying. I would have been
My thing is, if an earthquake that big did happen, this is probably the worst place to be because it's an entirely covered glass building.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, this building was specifically made for like earthquake safety, I think.
Yeah.
What?
It's a
So
law
it's like-
now. And
it's mostly cement.
It's mostly cement.
It
Yeah,
lies
how-
to us.
This is supposed to be an earthquake that
Lied to
splits the
us.
U.S. in
I
half.
mean, you think that it was glass.
It
I don't
lied
think
to
it
us.
works that well.
And this building still standing is something's up. Something's up.
But he like read about the next solar eclipse,
But
and
yeah,
he was like, "How rare is a solar eclipse?" I was like, "Not very. They happen every 18 months. This was just the first one we were able to see."
Yeah.
And he was like, "No, but listen." And he just like went on.
The next one in the path, because the first one was like a U shape. This
Mhm.
one's gonna be.
This one's literally like the exact opposite.
Yeah,
way.
it's the opposite, and I think it's gonna pass LA. The path of.
No, I don't think so.
I think maybe I don't know, I'm not too sure. I have to look on the map again, but I think we're gonna get the full
I
blackout. I think.
I think I saw the map.
Hey, a man can dream. And hope, right? I want to see that.
I
That
want to
was
see it
dope as
too.
fuck.
I'm like, anyone who saw this one's probably blind now, but.
I mean, I don't know.
They were selling glasses. I was in a.
I looked at it for 2 seconds.
The
I
homie- yeah,
literally woke
the
up
homie got
mainly
one
for
from
class.
The eyeglass place across the street for free.
The eyeglass place.
Yeah, the optical place.
Well, they
across
were
the street.
paper glasses. I
Yeah.
imagine they
They're
don't
like-
fucking cost
Nigga
that
was
much.
trying to charge me $20 for one.
Nigga,
Oh, where were you at,
whoa.
Hollywood?
He said, yo, I got fresh off the street, yo. They're hot.
Right.
I was in
He's
some
trying to-
rich
Those are the
white
ones
neighborhood.
that will instantly turn you blind.
Yeah, they're pretty
I
famous.
like woke up early for
It was-
class
it
and
was
like
literally a piece
messaged
of
my
paper.
family. I was like, reminder in case any of you didn't know, don't look at the eclipse unless you have the
I saw that
glasses.
shit too. I started laughing. I was
That's
like,
funny as shit.
I was like, I messaged my
"Retarded shit,
family.
so you
He
talking."
said.
I was like, don't
So
look at the
many.
sun today.
I was like, thank God I sent this to my family because apparently my own dad didn't know. He was like, where do you get these glasses? I was like, fuck if I know. And
I heard that you can use welding glasses.
I have no
Or
idea.
It's the same thing. It's
Probably.
like
That would make sense.
I'm opening in Turkey. There we go.
Man, bitch,
What are
you
you
doing
guys
that.
doing over there?
I like was messing with the card. Claudia tried to reach for
Yeah,
it
see,
like,
it's
and
not
just
so
like
easy.
threw it.
At least I tested.
Bitch.
Oh, you gotta
She
get
caught
something
it
to
this
drink.
time. Yeah, go get something to drink.
Ha, you copied me, bitch.
How?
And not to me.
Claudia's gonna go get something to
What the
drink.
fuck was that?
I don't know.
Okay.
What was she even singing?
So my other sane roommate, shit happened with her last night. So much happened yesterday. She's the one that thinks you're cute. She went to the hospital yesterday.
Thinks
Like-
who? Yeah, we're gonna say nothing.
The one that's talking. the
Who's
one
that
that
one
reacted
that's
to
talking?
that statement.
Well, Latin's like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
What
I was
happened?
like,
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know what exactly happened because I came home and I guess I had just missed it because the other roommate was like, do you know so-and-so is on her way to the hospital? I was like, what? What just happened? I don't know if she slipped or fell or what happened, but my other roommate found her like laying on the floor in her bathroom.
Jesus
And so I was
Dang.
like,
She
what?
was knocked out.
Christ.
Close to it, I guess.
Damn.
Holy shit.
Like, I guess I had just missed the like tons of paramedics that were in our apartment,
Damn.
and they had to
What
like
day was this?
yesterday. This happened yesterday.
Like, paramedics somewhere. I was like, why are there fucking paramedics here?
It was yesterday.
I think I did see that. That's hilarious.
But she was like at the hospital like almost all night, and then came home at like 1 or 2 a.m. So do I. I blame my insane roommates for getting the idea that this shit's happening.
Pushed her down.
Be like,
pushed her down.
They're like, see, that's the eclipse. Next time you'll listen to us.
Or they're trying to sacrifice her to the eclipse.
They like when they went camping to see if they could survive. Apparently, what drove them to come back home was they heard noises, and the flashlight they had was one of those like wind-up flashlights.
They couldn't wind it.
No, they said it wasn't bright enough, and if they had a brighter light, they would have stayed all night. And I'm like,
what kind of shit?
I'm like hell, you would have.
It wasn't bright enough.
Yeah.
So wind it.
Yeah.
I think that's how that works.
I'm like, they couldn't start a fire, but they have these special bracelets that are like designed so that you can start fires.
How the fuck?
What?
You wasted money. You just wanted to.
They did. They bought so much stuff.
Yo, you think you can steal that from me then?
They bought a 50-person first aid kit. There's
they
2 of them.
50.
Like, there's 2 of them. They bought 2 survival backpacks. They bought a tent.
Yo, we're gonna survive.
They bought like a hunting rifle. You'd be amazed the shit you can get from Amazon.
Oh my
They bought a
god.
hunting rifle on Amazon.
They
See,
spent
these gun laws are
hundreds
shit.
of dollars, right? That's what I said. I was like, how the fuck did they get this? They don't have.
I don't trust them with a gun.
Where is this
from these
money coming
stories,
from?
I don't
Holy
trust them.
shit.
If you believe in the apocalypse, I don't know about you owning a gun.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
No, you're not.
Kind
They're,
of. I don't know, there's some apocalypse stuff about it.
They're convinced that they can just leave for 3 months, come back, and everything will be better than it was before. After an apocalypse. Yeah.
What money are you gonna be making?
Like, how? What?
I have to meet these
I don't
people.
even know
Yeah,
how
right?
to
Holy
like.
shit.
I have to meet
And like, you can't reason with them at all whatsoever.
You need to show me your.
Did they vote for Trump?
God, I hope not.
I feel like they voted for Trump.
Show me this bitch.
I'm like, oh God, there's no reasoning with them. My other roommate tried talking to them, being like, you guys failed your mission in staying over in the wilderness for one night. And they're like, no, we didn't fail because we got a learning experience. I'm like, you came home. Like, what do you mean? You failed flat out.
Make you some of your cookie.
Yeah, you want some of my cookie, girl?
Sorry, that sounded so strange.
I did it off of the cookie. The cookie. So I can get that nookie. Is that backwards? I did it off for the nookie, huh?
I like that.
Another slang word for vagina. So.
I like that you went to get a snack, came back with your snack, and then ate some of Monty's cookie.
Because I want some of them chips. Are they the jalapeno ones?
But now that you're back, you can tell us why you were sad earlier.
Oh, it's really not that interesting.
No, you gotta tell
us
it now.
anyway. That shit was funny.
That was not a scoop. That literally, she just moved the back of her shirt.
Yeah, that's exactly.
That was not a scoop.
Earlier, Claudia turned around in the computer lab and was like, I'm sad, and I apparently wasn't listening, so she threw a chair at me, and now she's gonna tell us why she was sad.
Alright, look. Look. Here, take a couple. Don't eat my whole chips.
Mozzie's just here to eat.
Get a little handful, man. Bitch, I'm gonna kick you in your nutsack. Give me my chips back. Think I'm fucking Alright, see, I would take a piece of your cookie. I didn't take your whole cookie, bitch. Alright.
God.
I saw them chips. I was like, oh shit.
Jalapeno chips.
Yeah.
The jalapeno chips.
Oh, alright, it's nothing too crazy. It wasn't super sad. I was just mad about a small thing that happened.
So it's turned from sad to mad.
I was sad and mad at the same time, okay? Look, I'm just gonna say real quick. There's something.
She faced the
there's
mic
something,
as if it was someone. She
there's
like
something
listen.
that people don't know about me. Okay?
Okay.
That thing. No, everybody fucking knows that. I broadcast that shit every day. I'm very
say
gay.
it on this.
Okay. I'm gay. What I'm saying is I really,
In case you didn't know.
really
Now
like.
you know.
I really like skateboarding. I really like skateboarding. Like,
Okay.
a lot. And I
That
can't.
and
I can't.
rollerblades.
I can't. Well,
Their
I
arch
liked it when it was
nemesis.
cool. They don't do it on X Games anymore, and they don't even do X Games anymore. They still do, but nobody watches it. But that's a whole other story. I can talk about that all day. I'm just saying, look, I really like skateboarding. All right. So like, fucking.
Okay.
Fucking.
That was a whole story.
Because I like Ty Chris and all that stuff, and I'm not just saying that because it was a video game.
Well,
Actually,
why
I
were
watched
you
it. So,
sad?
okay, look, I'm just saying. Okay, what happened was, recently, I can't explain it without give it some backstory. All right, recently,
Your backstory is so long.
Look, let me just tell you. You asked me what happened. I'm telling you my story. I'm telling you my story.
All right, go.
Jesus.
Story. All right. So basically, there's something called the SLS. It's Street League Skateboarding Championship. Happens every year. It's a season. They usually do 3 or 4 freaking stops. Okay. Now before this, it was just Rob Deerdeck when you had that fucking show with that big guy. That show. You ever watch that shit?
I love that show.
All right.
He's
He's an entrepreneur. Okay. So he decided to make this contest because there was already the X Games, but it only had one format and it was very short.
Yes.
And so people were like, we want to see more skateboarding.
Yes.
So they made this format. So it's a seasonal thing. Okay, up until this year, literally, you can go on the internet and watch it. You go on the internet because it wasn't sponsored by any major television channel. You can go on the internet and watch it as it's streamed. They can stream it on Twitch or whatever the case it was, and you can watch it. And then when you didn't catch it on stream, you just catch someone that posted it. No big deal. That's how I'd watch it. I'd never watch it live. I can't do it live. I can't. I could never. I work.
For one of you.
I work. I'm busy. I can't. Right? Look, bitch. Telling my goddamn story. Do that when you're telling your story or your story. Let me tell my story.
What do you mean? You interrupt
Let me
all
look.
the time.
Let me just tell my story.
You're the reason my story took so long.
Look, I'm just gonna say
Yeah.
that I wasn't able to watch the season. It started in fucking.
Where you
Just
going,
say you
Mom?
gotta get by. Why would you go the hard way?
I got a call.
Okay. But yeah, like basically what I was
Should
saying.
have taken the call.
Right? He was like, oh, I got a call. No, fucking. But fucking, basically, I wasn't able to watch it at all. It started in fucking March, April, and it's
May.
all the way fucking August. The last stop, which is a championship, is next month, right? So I was like, well, I fucking missed this whole season. I don't know I'm gonna watch it. Last week, somebody posted the second 2 stops of the season. I couldn't watch the first stop. I was like, fuck. But I was able to watch one of the 2 stops that they posted. And I was like, oh, they posted it and I was like, oh, I watched it and I was so happy. It was just the finals. It wasn't the prelims or anything. It was just the finals. The prelims are fucking hard. Are fucking long. So I just watched the finals. But it was the finals from Munich and it was dope. And I'm not going to go into who was there, but it was fucking some noobs that I didn't fucking know, some Asian guys, some black boy they tore it up, as well as the fucking regulars like fucking Nigel Houston and fucking, Shane O'Neill, fucking Luan Oliveira wasn't there this time, but I didn't watch prelims, so I don't know who got eliminated, but it was fucking dope, okay? I watched it, I was hype. Then I started watching the fucking, that was for the Chicago finals. Then I started watching the Munich finals, okay?
What the fuck?
What is even what are you doing?
Look at his
You're not stealth. We
the
see
look on his
you.
face.
Just go under the table.
I'm too tall for that. Fuck that. I'm 6'2".
You're making shit so much harder for yourself.
Okay.
My friend's gonna come and
All right. You good?
There's so much happening
You
for
good?
an audio podcast.
Look,
Yeah,
I'm
I was like, why the fuck are you guys doing an audio podcast?
Look,
This nigga's extra, she's super extra, you always film and I'm just me.
And I'm just me.
You know what, bitch? Look, let me finish telling.
And I didn't
I
bring
ain't
mine.
gonna
story.
brought my camera.
I'm gonna tell my story.
You're
Okay.
still telling
So
your
basically, I started to watch the second stop,
Yes.
and I had it in my fucking YouTube. And it's the whole thing. It's the prelims and the finals. It's 5 hours. Like, well, it's gonna take me a few days to watch this, but I got endless skateboarding. It seems like, and then I'll find a way to watch September. I started watching it the other day. I get like fucking 20 minutes into it, and I go to bed. It's fucking today, just yesterday. Yesterday I tried to watch it.
Yeah, just keep on.
Okay.
Yeah. Yesterday I tried to watch it, and it was gone. It was deleted from my playlist because I had a playlist to watch it.
Downloaded it the
Dude,
second you saw
I didn't know about downloading. I don't want I don't compute.
I don't text.
I know how to download stuff. I just didn't. It didn't occur to me. It didn't occur to me to download it. Because I thought it would be almost there, always there, right? So like fucking, it was deleted, and I was like, no, I can't watch it. Then fucking today. Okay.
So what life lesson did you learn?
No. That's not the end of my fucking story.
Download everything.
Then,
Not everything. I'm just saying, like, you can't depend on anything.
Yeah,
it's gonna be always there because of the internet, but like, come on.
Fight through your sleep and watch it all. There's your life lesson.
No, but so then today, when I was in there, I saw the video had popped back up, and that's why, I don't know if you paid attention, I got really excited. I was talking about something, and then I was like, oh, and then like, I fucking clicked on the video, and then it had that weird ass fucking song in the beginning, and I was like, oh, what the fuck is this? And I was like, why are they going so fast? And I was like, oh, they're going so fast because I have the speed up to whatever, right? So I turn on speed, I go back to the beginning, and I'm like, okay, there we go, you know? And then when the dude starts talking, I can't hear anything.
They took out the audio.
And I was like, no, that's not what's going on. That's not what's going on. And I was like, clearly, I've got something wrong. I refreshed, I did it again, and I'm like, I can't hear what he's saying. I skipped forward in the video. I was like, I can't hear the pop of the skateboard. I can't hear the land. I can't hear the trick. Yes, you have to. How do you go? Look. Let me give you an example. Watch any sport that you like on silent.
I do it all the
No!
time.
Everyone does.
No, you don't. You have to watch the sport with the commentary.
First of all,
you put that shit on and then you be fucking somebody. You be watching that shit.
No, nigga.
I
was actually referring to fucking like if you go to a sports bar, if you go to B-Dubs or some
Okay.
shit,
Let me put it this way:
sports
could you watch your video on silent? The fucking videos, the games,
That's
that play.
different, though.
No, it's not, because video games are going to be considered a sport, especially they're going to be in the Olympics next year. I'm just saying. That's a whole other freaking conversation. But I'm saying you can't. It's not the same to watch it without sound as it is with sound.
No,
it's not two different things.
Have sound commands.
Skateboard.
Videos have sound. Video games have sound.
Plus, video games you don't. As video
Look,
games.
let me put it this way. Let me put it this way. Let me put it fucking this way. Bitch, let me put it this way. They got something called the fucking ESL, right? And they got all the fucking commentators and all that fucking shit that sit there. Yeah. Oh, he fucking did this special move to fucking break down for people that don't fucking understand.
Yeah, but
Look, I fucking do. I don't understand every motherfucking little thing that they do on this goddamn skateboard. Get me wrong, I do a lot of fucking tricks. I know a lot of fucking tricks, but I can't know everything. Sometimes I say some shit, I'm like, oh, that's what fucking happened. I understand. I understand when the crowd gets hype. I understand when he does some shit and it's like a fucking 7, 8, 9, and they're like, oh, fucking shit. You don't get that without the goddamn commentary. Now, he fucking sits there, he rolls over a fucking rap, it's silent, he does a trick, it's silent, I see everybody. I don't hear that action. I don't hear that action.
Did you try?
I don't hear the hype. I'm like, no, it's not the fucking thing. I can't watch it like this.
I think I should like this. Is it what the fuck? Like just like
Does it look like you, Monty?
This nigga trying to show us pictures in the podcast.
Yeah.
Is that what it was? That Stevie Wonder Carlton?
Stevie Wonder.
That's what it looks like.
Is Stevie Wonder holding a camera?
It's Stevie Wonder Carlton. And he's like, you lied to me. And you make him think you lied to me. Like a man, we're down on the back, here we go.
We got another copyright strike.
Down on the back, here we go.
Why is that shit stuck in your head first?
It was on at work the other day. I can't.
But I worked the other day. I heard 10 seconds of it 3 weeks ago.
What is the fucking song about? Why is he? First of all, he's saying "Return of the Man" or "Return of the Mac." If he's saying "Return of the Mac," where the fuck was he? Does he ever explain that shit in the song?
The song is called "Return of the Mac."
I know, but why? Think about it. It's funny, right? Because you listen to the song. He's like, "You lied to me. What does that have to do with you returning? Where did you come from?"
We should have a dramatic reading of these lyrics.
First of all, I never even listened to the lyrics.
I did at work.
It's about him talking to his bitch about him like his Mac is back. Because he's talking about his bitch lying to him or some shit. And he's like, all right, the Mac is back. I'm not fucking with your ass. I'm gonna start macking on these.
Oh, so he's not physically returning from a faraway land or some shit.
Yeah. Why would that be
returning from some faraway land?
I thought it was literally like coming back from somewhere. Return of the Mac. I'm like, so your name is Mac, or your nickname's the Mac, or whatever you're coming from, I don't know,
No,
jail.
no.
Return of the
Yeah.
Mac. And then he's like,
You don't
you
know this
lied to me. And he's like, I'm returning, and then you lied to me, but I return of the Mac. I'm like, what does this even
It's like,
mean?
you're saying,
It's
you lied to
return
me.
of the Mac, right?
Yeah.
Not from the Mac.
No, I'm not saying, because I know his nickname is Mac. It's return of the Mac. But I'm like, where are you returning?
Oh my
But it's
God.
not talking about his nickname.
I just associated it with.
It's talking about Mac
God,
on his
yeah.
face.
He's talking to his bitch.
Okay. After
He's
this
saying you
argument.
lied to me.
Speaking
You
of.
say you never turn on me and all this shit. So he's like pimping his back.
Okay, because I took it to mean all this time something similar to the scene in The Last Dragon when Shonuff is
Oh my
like,
gosh.
Shonuff is back on the scene, and he never explains where he came from.
Oh my God. Hey, you know what? True that.
Never in the whole movie. Where did he come from? Where did he come from?
He's been the master the whole fucking
I like how
time.
Latin
like,
was just
fucking-
like, oh my God, actually, you know what? You make a good point.
And then fucking Bruce is like saying some fucking shit, and then he's like, see, it's mumbo jumbo like that.
Not with the song. The song is something completely different.
I just
What did you
associate it
throw?
with Shonuff. I don't know.
That's gross.
But yeah, so anyway, that's how I feel about skateboarding.
I forgot that this started with skateboarding.
Yeah.
I just,
Um,
it's just not the same without the sound, and that's why I was sad. I was so
understand.
excited about it. It's like if you watch like the fucking, I like to watch the FGC, like the fighting
Why don't
game
you just
community.
commentate it yourself
Yeah,
like you did
argue
with
that
Latin's
point.
video?
You can only do that so much, and then it will be, boring. Like, Sharingan's gonna
You
go
gotta
and
make
do
the
it.
sounds, too,
He's gonna
when
go up
he
that ramp,
lands.
and he throws a freaking tray
No,
flip and
Latin.
everything. It's just not the
recorded a
same.
video of Latin telling a story because he didn't want the story to be told,
Nothing
and
wrong
so I
with
just
yeah.
played it
Was
and
that
had
it?
Claudia be like, "What's the story about?" And she just made up a bunch of random shit.
I
Did you
saw that
watch?
shit.
Did you watch that?
He saw part of it. I didn't,
He didn't
show
see
him the
the-
whole video. Her face is just like shit.
My story-
It won't come out for a while, I think.
My story goes into some.
Most of the time,
Just know that I'm still your friend.
Most of the time, you were like,
I don't know what he's saying.
"Yeah, I just want to know what he's saying. What's he saying?"
That shit was hilarious.
And then you like flat out just stop completely, and it like pauses and cuts back to you just spinning in a chair.
Yeah, I was like, holy shit. What?
Wow.
Claudia took a bite of a cookie and dropped it.
She
Oh
dropped-
my
Try to
God.
make it into the trash
she
can
dropped
from
all
here.
of her cookie.
Don't eat
That
that.
sucks.
Don't.
No.
Claudia. Claudia.
Let's talk about that one thing.
Throw that
Let's
away.
talk about-
Oh, what? Talk about the thing.
One thing.
I'm gonna look at you as
Look
I sit.
at that.
Give me here.
Look at that over there.
Now you're really not eating it.
Trying to eat it, so I hit it. You missed.
He did. I saw that.
Oh
That
man.
Try to make it out of the thing.
I slapped it out of her hand.
God, I
She
can't
was
believe
being
this.
a child.
Because I dropped it.
But I was gonna say, you told me that story and you said you didn't want anyone to hear it, and then you heard her version of it, and you're like, you know what, we should just release the actual story.
I said release it, bleep out the names, and bleep out every cuss word.
Do you
Oh,
want
and I could do name overs.
name overs?
What the fuck
So,
is-
like, whenever
Name
you say...
overs.
It's a voiceover just
Oh,
for her
whenever I
name.
say it,
Just
you
for her
just
name.
come in like and say another name.
It'll be a different name
It'll be a
every
pre-recording,
time.
and then she'll put it every time you say the name in the story.
It'll very clearly sound like it's not coming from that place.
Which is amazing.
That shit will be funny.
It's like when like a Samuel L. Jackson movie plays on BET.
Man, that shit is terrible.
Oh,
Shit,
when
like-
whenever he does fucking cussing, and it's like some other
Snakes on-
shit.
Have you,
Any
heard-
movie.
have you seen Snakes on a Plane on BET?
Mm-mm.
It's the greatest shit ever.
What did he say?
Because, okay, say I'm tired of this
You know what
motherfucker
line
saying some
I'm-
motherfucking plane. How does he say it on
He
Yeah,
said,
BT?
you know what line I'm talking about.
Oh fuck, shit! I have to look it up. It's like, how's it going? Shit,
That
it's
nigga
like
probably
mother-
said he mother snake and snake.
Snake and
They
snake.
be saying the worst shit on the
Yes.
edited versions of movies. It's like that.
It's
Some of the
great.
shit doesn't even make sense.
Yeah,
Oh my
the
god.
Snakes on the Plane is like the most notorious one for it because it's hilarious. He says, it
Oh
all
my
the time.
god, these mother snake and snake.
That's the type of shit they say.
It really is. It
Most of
really
the time,
That's
it
fucking
doesn't even
hilarious.
sound like the actor. It just be
Of course
some
not.
generic.
Yeah.
Like, it just be some generic nigga
He's like, I'm goddamn tired of these mother snaking snakes on this mother snaking plane.
Yeah,
that's exactly what yours is gonna sound like.
That shit is terrible. I can't believe they get away with that.
Claudia never actually heard your story. Like she was like,
Can
I
you
want to
tell the
listen to
story?
it. Do you want to tell the story?
It was a long ass.
Hold on, I need to describe what just happened. Because you're like, why would I? And immediately looked up into the sky like you having a flashback of the story.
Okay, did you ever watch the fucking?
Story.
You ever watch the fucking Michael Jackson concert from Beer Crust when he's performing fucking Human Nature? When he does the end of the song Human Nature and he's like posing and shit, he literally does what you just did. He looks up, continues dancing. He's like, I just imagined you at the beginning of that dance. Why would I? It just.
And now you're in a music video.
Never saw that shit, but.
Dude, I'm gonna show you the video after this podcast. It's fucking hilarious.
God.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you that clip, and you're gonna be like, because that's exactly what the fuck you just
But
did.
if you don't want to tell that story, you need to tell us your go-kart story because you were getting really angry.
Oh my god! I'm glad because I was
Do you know the
I was
story
supposed
already?
to talk about
No, I
something.
actually don't know the story.
Nobody knows what happened. I was just on Snapchat. So
I
this
don't think I saw the Snapchat.
this what happened.
Does it have to do
We
with your dragon and your tiger?
No.
That tiger looks mentally challenged.
It does.
So
What's even happening on? Let's talk about the
tripping.
shirt.
That is a handicapped
They're talking
tiger.
about
Can't
Latin
talk
shirt.
about.
There's not a random tiger.
I can't see it. It's just a tiger in the room.
Alright,
The
so
tiger's
let me
mentally
describe
retarded.
to you what his shirt looks like. It's a dragon that looks like an old Asian man wrapped around a tiger that looks like it has mental problems.
It's also another old Asian man.
I
Hey, you know.
like how you're just staring at me right
I'm trying
now.
to see what the hell.
You know, the fucking dragon looks like he's defeating this tiger. The tiger's trying to stay fierce, but the dragon's like, return on Mac.
You're gonna get
Hey,
home.
oh my god, exactly. Oh my god.
You're gonna get home, take off the shirt, look at it, and be like, man, it does look like it.
No.
So what was your
somebody asked me
go-kart
about
story?
this shit, and he was like, "Are they fighting each other? Or are they fighting something else?" And I was like, "I think they're fighting something else because they're both looking one way."
The tiger's
Why
looking
would-
at it.
Why would if the dragon was fighting the
Someone
tiger,
else, why would he be wrapping around a tiger?
Because they're about to do a team special.
Oh my god.
Lying. Lying.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
from this
Obviously.
pose, what the fuck special are they gonna do?
Yeah.
The dragon flies. They could toss the tiger at the nigga.
Oh
my god.
With
Why?
what momentum? It's just gonna fucking.
The dragon flies. What do you mean?
Your voice got so high.
That's great.
What happened during the go-kart racing? We got so
You're
off
recording this whole
topic.
time?
I'm gonna
I
animate
feel
that
like-
shit.
No, I feel like the tiger though, like on some real shit. I feel like the dragon's like he's killing the tiger and he's looking at the next opponent like, yeah, nigga, what's up? Like you don't want no smoke.
The tiger is fine.
That's what
though.
it
Like,
looks
You
he's
don't
not-
want no smoke.
First of all, it'd be
He's
trying to
intimidating
bite.
somebody else.
You're trying
He's
to
already.
bite the nigga. You be trying to claw his ass. You're just chilling.
Look,
He's-
okay, I'm just gonna say, if the tiger, if the lion,
looks
if
like
the,
he's chilling
what is that
because
shit?
it's
The
a-
dragon. If the dragon is
Already.
One
a
single frame.
if the dragon throws the tiger because of how he's wrapped, he's gonna have to unravel the tiger as he throws. So the tiger will roll, in which case
Rolling.
it will become a shooting star meme.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh my
Oh, yeah.
what a lead up to that.
Yeah.
God.
I love it. I
We
love
should
that
just
so
cut
much.
that whole thing
I
out.
love it. That is pure
To be the
gold.
only thing.
Yeah.
You're a beautiful person, never change.
Holy shit.
I'm gonna jump to that.
Okay. So we go to the fucking go-karts. It's golf and
we?
stuff in Norwalk. And me and the homegirl Tabby go over there.
Oh yeah.
The ticket's like $8. I'm like, whatever. Pay for that shit. And we go and I go. There's like 3 lanes of fucking carts. I go to the fucking last lane, thinking that it's gonna start second and everybody else gonna go. But I was like 3rd to the front in that lane. And these motherfuckers was like all right, y'all not using the carts in this lane. You're only using the first 2 lanes. So we had to go to the last couple of motherfucking carts, right? And the carts ran out in the back. So I had to go to the last cart in the 3rd lane and then turn my shit to go into the fucking 2nd lane after everybody else shot off. The first lane shot off, then the 2nd lane shot off, and then I went. I was like, damn. How the fuck did this happen?
You're like, everyone went through their first lap, and then I started.
You started off in the fucking in the fucking yellow nigga.
Was it Rainbow World?
Right, yeah, was it Rainbow Road?
As soon as you started, you fell off the edge.
The last 3 people, it was like this. Actually, it wasn't even the last 3 people, because the last 3 people was me, this little kid, and his mom. So somewhere in the middle, this terrible driving ass bitch, everybody had passed her ass up. Everybody passed her ass up when the race started. I ended up getting stuck behind this bitch because
you were last.
Did you throw?
Yes, pretty much.
Did you throw a green shell at the kid?
Man, I should have threw a green shell at her ass. Because every time I'm going on the outside because I'm about to pass her ass. You're supposed to drive. You're supposed to turn on the fucking inside. I'm going on the fucking outside so I can pass her ass. She goes on the fucking outside. So I'm like, what the fuck? And then I turn to go back on the inside, and then she fucking cuts me off on the inside.
I think she was trying to keep you behind her, dog.
I think she was. I literally had to bump this bitch a couple of times to get past her ass. She was cutting me off at every goddamn turn. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, bitch? I'm about to pass your ass, and she wouldn't let me fucking pass. That shit was pissing me off. Tabby was way the fuck up there because she jumped in the goddamn 2nd lane at the start. Like my ass should have did. I should have got right behind her ass. She was way the fuck up there. I got beside her. That's why I went in the 3rd lane. I was like, I see your ass out there. And they was like, nope.
You never shot her out there, did
so I did. She was way the fuck up there.
She lapped him. That's
Nobody got lapped. Actually, the bitch that was in front of me got fucking lapped because she was garbage. I crashed her. Right? I crashed her, fucking passed her ass up. And then I passed up 2 other motherfuckers. And then when they ended the race, it was like a bunch of niggas behind me. I think this bitch was last. That shit was terrible. Terrible. I was stuck behind this bitch for like 5 out of 10 laps or some shit.
So you didn't win.
You lost.
Is what I'm hearing.
You can't win in no go-kart race.
Yeah, the fuck you can.
First of all, you start in a line.
I'm gonna tell you that right now. That's how you win in a go-kart race. The person in front.
You start in a fucking line.
Exactly.
Meaning,
you've never seen NASCAR, my guy?
Not how you do it.
Nigga, NASCAR is way different. That's a 500 lap race.
Dude.
Plus, you got fucking pit stops.
It's in your mind. That's how go-kart, dude. I did go-karting.
I did go-kart.
I did it one time.
I did go-karts one time.
I did it twice. I lied. I did it twice. But it was epic.
Did you do it at Six Flags?
No.
I've never been to Six Flags.
Did it.
What?
At.
What the fuck wrong with this?
You been to Disney?
Yeah, of course.
No. I did it in.
Fuck that.
Fuck you.
Fucking Six Flags.
Although you can get alcohol at Disney.
You can.
I did it in Spain.
You can get alcohol at Six Flags.
And then I did it at some cheap ass place over here somewhere.
Where?
In Spain.
I
was in the Navy, remember?
Yeah,
I traveled, so I stopped somewhere. I think it was Spain.
It
was cheap because it was American money, and over there our money is worth more at the time. Right. And it was a big ass fucking thing, and it was only us for like 30 minutes or something. So like. It was huge. We were in there. That was my first time ever go-karting.
But this was like 50 people.
Let me just
2 laps.
yeah. But I did that. I did it like that too. But yeah, this time I was like, I have a fear of driving. Real cars, real life, I can't do that shit. The go-kart, however,
you constantly talk about needing to get a car so that you don't have to deal with like Uber and buses anymore. Right.
But then I would literally just drive.
Never get in a car with Amanda.
No. All right, so yeah, like fucking. I get into the fucking cart, and it's like, I'm like, you know what? it's not driving. I got the helmet. I got the protective gear. We're really low to the ground. We got all this fucking barrels. There's no way I'm gonna die right now. I'm about to play this shit like you play Crash Team Racing. Because who fucking cares about Mario Kart? I sat there and I fucking
did die, and this is a
no. I sat there. I fucking got behind that cart, and I was like speed motherfucking racer. I was drifting. I was doing shit. I drift too hard, and I spun out, and I was like, oh shit, because I was doing what you do with the buttons. You push the gas and you push the brake. I was doing exactly what I do in the video game, and it was fucking working. I was like, I drifted around someone. I was like, bitch.
Yeah.
I was like,
and I was like the slow-mo moment where she like goes by them and just like, bitch,
yeah,
and it spins
great.
out.
It was great. I don't know what place I came in. It was like second or third or some shit, but it was fucking
out of
dope.
4.
No. There was a couple more of us
She
than
gave
that.
it 3.
But look,
4.
let me just look. It was fun. It was fun. It was fun. It was fun. It was probably like 5 or 6. Okay.
This is my point about fucking the go-karts, alright? They started off, everybody started off in the line.
Yeah.
The go-karts are slow as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, you can't go as fast as you wanted to because they have the limiter on the speed.
Yeah.
So,
here they do.
Yeah.
Over there they did not.
I
was going like
and
60
then they end it like randomly. It's like a time limit. It's not like this is how many laps you do before
Yeah. Because it depends on if you go to a venue and if you go to a venue, buy a slot of time for your party, then it's different. But if you're going to a place where you got to stand in line and wait your turn,
it's a family fun place. You know what I'm saying? There was other people.
Because I did that experience too. I don't remember where that place was, but it was here in LA somewhere. It wasn't it wasn't a theme park. It was it was like a bootleg, like, you know how you go to like a fucking like a mini golf type of area, and then they have go-kart, something like that, and they have go-kart in the back. We have this too. So I think we my sister found that, and we went there
where no one goes.
You watched Karate Kid, right?
Yeah.
Apparently that was the place where they filmed it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh okay, yeah.
Time was on that shit.
She's like, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Is that where he painted the fence?
I don't fucking remember. Tabby was. She said, and then this is where they filmed Karate Kid.
And then he was like, sweep the leg.
And you believe it.
I said apparently.
Imagine just like started saying things and you believed everything. Just like, she could have said anything. This is where they filmed Fast and the Furious.
You were like, yeah?
Like, yeah, man, I remember that scene.
Right? And then she was like, sweep the leg.
Wow.
No, but like that same shit happened to me when I went the second time, and the line, everything you're talking about. Mm-hmm. I got stuck behind some douche, but he was doing the shit on purpose. I was second. I wasn't first. I was second. We took off at the same time. He got in front of me, and I think I was like 4th or 5th when we took off, and then I passed everybody, and I got to him, and I was like, all I gotta do is just get in front of him, and I'll be first. This motherfucker wouldn't let me pass. I'm like, fuck is that? I got so mad. I was like, He was like, oh, no. I was like, no, fuck you, nigga. I was mad. And we did like 3 fucking laps, and then that was it.
Me,
and I was like,
but I passed them.
I rolled in hot. I was like, bitch.
That shit sucks.
Fuck you guys. Looking.
I don't know.
People that walk in.
Hoping some chick will walk by.
This nigga is fucking.
Was I? The last time I went go-kart racing, I didn't take my baby sister because she wasn't old enough to be by herself yet. I can't even remember where the fuck we went. But we were last, and we passed everyone and overlapped like 2 people. And I'm like, either this one specific cart is super fast, or everyone else here sucks.
That's what I hate. Usually when I do it, I always get the fucking slow cart. Like, I be pushing that shit to the fucking floor. Like, I be slamming on that shit.
He's just like running, like.
I can run faster than this shit. And I be slamming. I be like, man, I just can't go nowhere. This shit sucks. That shit usually happens. I got like a mediocre fast one because I was able to pass a couple of people. Them niggas was rolling slow. They shit was probably to the fucking floor, trying to boost and shit. That shit is garbage.
Boost?
When the light went, and it was like, boop, boop, you start hitting the gas, you get the booster. You took off with your turbo. Is that what happened?
I wish that's what fucking happened.
That's what happened to me.
It's like it's like in Mario Kart where you like press it like right before.
Yeah.
You're like winding up, getting ready, and then just like super slow.
That's some go. Man,
That happens.
Take some limiters off.
That happens in crash
That's all I'm
racing
saying.
too. If you miss it, you don't even go. If you miss it, you sit there for a second, and, and it's like you do the fucking head wobble that you do. You sit there and you miss it. Your car's like no, and then you go, and I'm like, nah, I can't.
Bobblehead.
Like, was it the achievement hunters like proved that actually works? Like they got a go-kart and they like held up the back tires, and they're like right before you go, you start it, and that's how you get the fastest thing.
Yeah, I know, but who's gonna hold up your back tires for you?
Yeah, right.
Get a couple friends and be like, hey.
I was
Or
thinking you
it's
could
like
rev the
some
engine, because if you push the brake and
mechanism.
the gas,
Mhm.
the engine just revs, but it doesn't go anywhere. But if you let off the brake, it starts off normally. Like,
He's like, believe me, I tested this while
It
I was
doesn't
in the
go
back
faster
waiting.
or nothing.
I was really mad. Trust me, I was like, is this shit gonna burn out? Like, that should start off normally.
I like how normal that story was. You're just in the back of a go-kart line, but you were in such pure rage about it.
Man,
You're like,
that shit
oh
pissed
my
me off."
god!
Hey, bitches. That was part 1 of our awesome fucking podcast from Shenanigans. We recorded that shit a little too long because Latin's bitch ass wasn't looking at the time and he wasn't paying attention to how long we were fucking talking until we did like over 2 hours and shit. So we got a part 2 coming for you right about motherfucking now. Bye, bitch.
It's time for the X-rated. First of all,
Okay, it's not right now. It's coming in next week, bitch. Bye.